butt sweeping his bicep, grab him here, say I don't feel like, even if he's lying flat on his back, like put yourself back, it's hard to get like much going on here. I just jump and then put my hand through and use your hands, use your feet and everything to push into his hip. Then try to get your foot over his bicep here. Even if his elbow's down, sometimes you can just like slide it. Do this. See? Now when I'm here, it's hard to lift him up. I think it's good if my calf's under his head here. And I start going here, and I start trying to yank his arm out. Take the foot out, start rolling, keep his elbow tight. Finish. Then also, I think what's good to do, you can do that as a primary thing, or maybe even secondary. Usually, well sometimes they'll hang on really tight, like you'll be able to feel when it hurts your own shoulder, like I can't get his feet out. So yeah, he's holding on super tight there with his hands. And I come here like this, hold your hands together, and pull your arm in. Yeah. And I feel like I can't get his hand away, I can't separate his hands. So I feel like here, if I do this, I'm hurting my own shoulder and it's not good. So from there, just base out on your own elbow and slide keep all your grips and everything, slide your foot underneath yourself and then just sit down here and chain it to an armbar instead. Okay? Sometimes your foot will break that, but if it doesn't, you can do the usual and grab the far elbow. Because he doesn't have a deep grip. He's not like all the way here, he just put his hands together. I can break this. Obviously his hands are together. Change sides. So here, well I don't your hands, but put your hands together. Yeah. I'm here, I can't break it. Grab the elbow, pull it. So the main point I'm trying to make is if you get here and the distinction between doing the first one and the second one to me is whether I can get his hand on the mat. Does that make sense? Yeah.
His hand.
His hand.
Yeah, okay.
So if I manage to get here, and I go like that, I'm going to do this one.
Yeah.
So I get here, and I'm here, and I put my knee here, and I feel like I can't. I'd rather bring my leg back, slide my foot up here. Quite often here, I'll break it with that. I feel like use my calf. And then start attacking the armbar. All good? Any questions? Usually, just from being in this position here, as I said last time, to manage the position, I don't want his forearms on me. Like I don't want his forearms on here, because he's going to start pushing down and get his legs. He might take my back here, okay? So, always, if he does get here, I would generally put this hand under here and start moving back. Okay, so that's not the technique we're doing. I just like to point out that if you're going to struggle against that, then you're going to lose the position. So the actual position requires me to have my butt against his bicep or his tricep. Be like here, so he can't get his forearm on me. I'm using my legs and pushing like way back. Best case scenario, I get his bicep pretty much on his ear. Okay. Then you've got this arm flopping here, but it's not that easy sometimes to get hold of this. And even if I do, I got to get him on his side and I got to get over there. So, but if I can get hold of the wrist and at least get my hand through the gap a little bit, and then just lie down back this way. So like, then I can get an actual like Kimura trap on his arm. So I just have to roll over and fix this up here. So, yeah, like this. And then I also want to push his wrist into his hip because I don't want him floundering around. Because if it's floppy here, and yeah, I'm going to lose the grip here. I've got no control. So, yeah, pushing against his hip. He might don't sit up. They might sit up here, and we'll deal with that after. But the first thing, we'll just go for the main. The strongest position I can get into, in my opinion, is if I can get this foot past this leg. So like, to try and then try to get up on my shoulder. It's a bit like when we do these things, you gotta kind of do one of those, and then slide your foot back so that I'm kind of in a triangle here, like my knee's gone behind his tricep. So this knee's behind his tricep here. Then it's all well and good here. I'll just say, I just pick him up and finish him here like this, which is fair enough. If you're new, probably this is worth stopping here. Just do that first bit. A lot of time you're here, and he knows that, right? So he doesn't want this elbow to come up. So I like to try to put this knee on the mat over here and start basically rolling, but not rolling. Put this hip down, but I want this foot out because I don't want to get this foot stuck. So usually when I get here, first thing I pull him. It's actually usually quite easy to get the hand out because you're in a good leverage position to pull the hand onto the mat, and then take your foot out. So it's behind the butt, and lie your hip down, this hip on the mat, and start trying to finish it. He'll sit up because he doesn't want to get submitted. So, and come to toe usually. Then you just wait until you lie flat on your back and put your calf on his upper back, or lower back, sorry. That way he can't keep rolling. It's hard for him to roll if I'm putting pressure on his back here. And then just keep everything tight here. So with the Kimura as well, the more you sort of like squeeze everything, like negative motorcycles, and pull the elbow to your sternum, it'll tighten it up. That's even before I go like that. There is a degree to which, if you don't have to do this, but if they roll, if they do manage to roll, you just need to bring your knees to your chest rather than get stuck under them. So you go for a roll. See? And then I'm going to armbar him. That makes sense?
Yeah, so clearing by bringing your knees up.
Just get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like, just do that. Because then you'll go, and then just armbar him. But if you don't, then you get your legs stuck under him and it's a bit of a shit fight. Still a bad spot, probably can ruin him anyway, but do that, it's better.